for W.A.R. We Are Resilient. Michael Geary of Hellfish Haven, here with my co-host Travis Harrington of Oscar Mike Radio. And it's Thursday night, so we are live.
We are resilient. We are W.A.R. We're going live, man. How's it going, Mike?
Doing well, into a new year. I can't believe 2024 is here. Being born in 1983, seeing the progression of the years slowly going by, and coming into 2024, like I remember the 90s and how far we, and we're 4 years past that now. Jim checking in.
Yep, from New Jersey checking in. It's a Trophy King. He's a supporter of veterans and law enforcement down there. So Jim, thank you for checking in. Stephen Russell, Tales of Nihilism. Stephen, how are you doing, brother? Good to see you. We're off to a fast start, man.
Welcome.
Hey, man, I gotta tell you, Mikey, I like that head covering you got on tonight, man.
Yeah, I've been playing around with things on the it's an all green one with the classic that just says "W.A.R. We Are Resilient" with the star and the military emblem. So that is available at hellfishhaven.com. I will link for you. What we got, and all proceeds go to help Hellfish Haven and the work that we do with the military veteran community. So if I type it here, I believe it should go to everybody.
He did.
Right.
I see it coming up.
Perfect. Well, Steven's done with the flu. That's good to see.
Glad you're feeling better, Steven. Steven was in At Ease Veterans Magazine. They had a comic book strip. That was his work in there. It was really cool. I'm so glad Christine Walker, she's a Navy veteran, Mike, got him in there and really kind of did something different. It's really cool.
That's awesome. If you got the link, feel free to share it with it there for you.
Let's see if I can.
It's really, been interesting. I was on Warrior Writers website last night, and just really checking out all the different news that are out there for veterans to be able to speak their mind and to be able to to create something of whatever they got going on and have that output. It's just really amazing to see organizations come together to be able to give veterans a voice.
Let's see here. There we go. This is the winter 2023. Oh, Stephen beat me to it. He's got the link there in the chat. Stephen, thank you very much.
It is veteransmagazine.com for the latest there. And if you do, want to get involved with nations like these, from these, to share what's going on, because there's so much out there that at times it does get to be almost overwhelming to be able to understand it, track it, and be able to accomplish what you want with it.
Yeah, so this is called in At Ease Veterans Magazine. Stephen's strip is called "By His Boots" on page 75, and it's like a good 4 pages long. It was really cool. So just good to see, and really cool.
I'm trying to see if I can pull up the exact page right now. Wow, they have a really nice website.
It's really nice.
Do they now? Is that an actual magazine that comes out as well, or is it a digital?
It's digital and print. They have a print version you can get. I'm gonna start subscribing to it. Let me see here. Subscribe. You can pay annually $68 a year for 4 magazines, or $7 a month. So that's pretty cool. Are you going on with Brandy? Are you going on with Brandy tonight, Stephen, or some other time?
Hey, Ken. KO Sun checking in.
Okay, so yeah, you can catch. I'll catch you after Oscar Mike Ray tonight, Stephen. That'd be pretty cool. Brandy's been on my show.
What program is that tonight? On Oscar Mike this
Oh, it's
evening.
really cool. Tonight I have on Faye Simon, who's the editor-in-chief of, I'll throw it here in the chat for you, Mike, Exceptional Parent Magazine. And I got connected to Faye through Buzz Bryan, Richard Bryan, U.S. Navy vet. And they had given Faye some of my writing, and she really liked it and put it in her magazine. And then we got to talking about, families, so on and so forth, because in her magazine, this is a magazine for special needs families and children, there's a big emphasis on military families. And, Faye started talking about what she's doing for military families. And I felt it was important to get that story. There's a lot of civilians, Mike, as you know, who advocate for veterans and, do what they can with what they have for us. And I thought it was really cool that she took part of her magazine and made it for military and veterans families and understood some of the challenges those families face. And she really told her story in a very cool way. In some ways, she's like us. She had to transition from being a teacher to an editor of a magazine with a worldwide publication. And if you look in the December 2023 issue, she has some things in there, and my feature was in the October issue. So it was just a really cool story, really an example. As you know, a lot of civilians ask us, well, what can I do? How can I help? I didn't serve. I don't know what veterans really are all about. How do I serve? And I think if people listen to Faye's story, they'll get an idea of how they can, help out veterans, add value, and, get something out of it for military families.
That's outstanding. It really is amazing to see what comes out of just somebody's thought of how to help and and how to be part of a be more than just a supporter, actually physically take something and make a tangible means of help and means of communicating and letting folks know what's going on out there.
We got Dougie checking in from Fubar Studio. Doug has that show going on, Mike, and I think he has some special guests, like the Homeward Hero Salute, Doug, I think. Just putting there in the chat. But Doug is Oscar Mike for certain, man. Good seeing you tonight.
And we were talking tonight about psych armor earlier, the green room. And one of the things that I like about it was the governor's challenge bit that they have. And if you guys follow this link here and check out psych armor's, go up on the bed. Go. Lay down. Yeah, buddy. Sorry. If you go on their website and you check it out, you can sign in, you can join your state territory team, and it has these courses lined up for you, which are already broken down this is what will help veterans and uh, the crisis that our community goes through with the suicide. And the way that they break it down and put it, you've got like a video that you can watch. You've got a little quiz afterwards to make sure that you retain the knowledge. And like the courses, it's got no veteran dies alone training, preparing yourself, serious illness, dying of grief, trauma informed interactions with veterans, uh, inner conflict and survivor skill, coaching a loved one into care, women serve. They really have it broken down into these narrow topics that are able to help out and let folks know.
Well, I'm signed up. I'm in my dashboard now. I see 15 courses to do, and Psych Armor is really solid, man. Psych Armor is just a really solid resource. All the courses are free. At least the last time I checked, they were all free. I took
Mhm.
some a long time ago, but it's really cool. Oh yeah, Dougie says Homeland Heroes Salute and FUBAR Studio and Track Day for Veterans. So Doug's got a lot going on. Very cool. Very cool. Yeah, I think it's one of those things like you're saying with the Psych Armor is, you have a way to get some training and some knowledge for free. You should take advantage of it.
Absolutely, and then you don't do the differences. All you can just go to the regular Psych Armor website, and you've got they've got collections of information there too. Military culture. That's one that I've noticed a lot with uh, the different programs that are out there, and like even the program that I'm in with the VA, helping service members transition from active duty to becoming a vet. They have a sponsorship program now for that, and one of the courses as part of that was military culture, because not everybody that's in the sponsorship program has to be a vet. So they want to make sure that everyone knows about military culture and how things that we go through and endure, and why we tick the way we tick sometimes. And it just was really how it was broken down and explained the impact of the situation we endure together, and how that bonds us and creates the ways they are today.
Absolutely, absolutely. Doug's saying he'd always be down to come on our show. Yeah, we could see about having you on War for certain.
Absolutely.
Doug's out in West Central Massachusetts, so it'd be kind of cool. And yeah, the courses are very helpful, very helpful. So we could do that. I tell you what, I will, my dashboard.
What? Jose, what did you just hit? Sometimes you hit the keyboard. I'm gonna see if I can. Dougie, do you want to come on?
I'm going to start with Mike. I'm going to start with Mike. The 15 things veterans would want you to know, and when I'm done with that, we can talk about it on the show.
Sounds good to me. Hey, but you're okay, Jose. Your water's on your side. Just time for 1 second for me. I just got to show Jose where his water is.
Sure.
I mean, after having doggy kibble, you don't want to have that dryness in your mouth. So, gotta make sure he stays hydrated too in here. What is it? FUBAR.
You said give him 5 minutes.
Gotcha. I'll send him the link on Facebook. Boom. There we go. Yeah, what I like about the psych armor course is different that it does have, and that that be able to look around the collection and see what's out there. Whether it's caregivers, financial wellness, healthcare providers, internet literacy. That is one thing that is definitely underrated because I take it for granted because I grew up with the internet
Yeah.
and like I computers and typing. Like I didn't have the keyboard. Like I had keyboards in fourth or fifth grade. Doing the typing courses, and like so I grew up with. So I don't understand when people are like I don't know where to start or how to use it. So I always take that for granted, and it's always good to see when organizations put it out there and break it down so folks that are a different generation or are of different backgrounds that may not have had that same experience that I did are able to still use these great resources that are out there.
Hang on. So we got. Well, I that's the thing. The resources don't do any good if you don't use them. So I just hope people, see it. Psych Armor has been around for a long time, and the courses are very good, taught by highly qualified people, um, and the more you know, the better it gets. We might have Doug join us here in a couple minutes. We got Oscar Mike Radio in about 40 minutes. It's just rolling on, man. I can't believe that, we're almost through the first week of January proper. It's crazy.
It's wild. In 3 weeks, where we're looking at our 1 year anniversary of WAR.
Yeah. Yeah,
We
it's
started
crazy.
the last week of January. Like, I can't believe how quickly a year went by. Like,
Snap your fingers, man. Snap your fingers.
it really did. And, like, my daughter turned 2 December 4th, and the wife's like, I can't believe it's gone from being hey, okay, buddy. No. I see that there.
Yeah, just FYI.
Thank you. But I do. My wife was like, I can't believe our baby is, a toddler now, and it's just like how quickly she went from being this tiny little peanut that was, barely moving around, and now it's, zoom, 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 and how quickly she, just wants to grab our hand and pull us around and show us what she's getting into and everything that she's building out there.
Can you send the invite to Doug again?
Yes.
Just double checking here.
Yeah,
it's crazy, right? And I think that's the thing.
It's in Facebook Messenger. To his his profile. Here we go.
Oh,
Here he is.
there we go. Just correct that.
Welcome, welcome.
Yes, thank you. Can you hear me?
We
Loud and clear.
All right. I appreciate you letting me on. I literally just walked in the door. I just got home. I'm like, started watching, and I'm like, oh, I'm just going to ask him.
Absolutely. It's always good to have folks on and hear what's going on out there.
Oh, absolutely. It's
Oh, you went green there, dude.
Oh, you know why? Because it just went to the background, which I don't know why it went to the background. It should have stayed the other way, but we'll see. I'll just change it. There we go. Think. Maybe. There we go, maybe. But now you can't see me.
And you can kind of, I don't know if it's like the color that it decides on. Like sometimes it thinks you're part of the background. I have that
Yeah,
problem
put
too
it as the
sometimes where
background.
it'll take like my face only sometimes, or like I'll have like a hand and a face, and it's like, well, that's why I just started going with putting the big flag behind me and saying,
Well,
calling it a day.
that's what I'm thinking about. But let me just go back to it. No, that's weird. Now it went green. It's not allowing me. That's crazy.
Now, if you go to the little settings guy,
Yeah,
video,
and then virtual background, nothing.
yep, you can click the deselect background or just the blur background.
Yeah, it's not even doing that anymore.
You got your camera on, right?
Yeah, I do.
Okay.
I wonder if it was because now. Can you see me now?
Perfect. And you got your background.
There we go.
Let me see.
You know why it switched me from one camera to another camera,
Gotcha.
which it went from my phone to which that one is going to come up green because I don't have it on. But, yeah.
I do notice that these apps are really meant for a computer versus
Yeah.
when people use it on the phone. It struggles a little bit.
Yeah. But no, what you guys have been talking about, it's absolutely it's amazing, and you are right. Those courses will help people out. When it comes to being a civilian. But
Well, it's kind of like I'd say almost like dedicated TED or TEDx talks for veterans issues from these are true like veterans themselves or people with a lot of experience in the clinical educational field making these courses. So I find them very helpful to take, and they're free. You don't need to pay anything. It's the money has been raised to host the courses. So
yeah,
why not take advantage of it?
yeah, why not? I mean, it's out there, so use it.
Absolutely.
So
how's FUBAR Studio going, man?
Man, it's going. It's since you hooked me up with Keith with Sinister Wanted, dude, it's just been rocketing out. I kind of shot myself in the foot a couple times, but I had to work out some kinks with audio and video and everything else. But got that going. And then got asked to host the Homeland Heroes Salute podcast. So which that's been amazing.
What's that about?
That one is it's for Homeland Heroes Foundation up in New Hampshire.
Mm-hmm.
And so that one, it's geared to whatever we want to talk about, as well as people we want to have on. Like I'm going to be doing an interview shortly with. She's gonna kill me on this. I can't. I don't know if I want to say it's Yvette, but it's not. I want to say it's going to be Yvonne, but I think it's Yvette, who her father was a Medal of Honor recipient, which was he was provided that during Ronald Reagan time, and he was in during Vietnam and stuff, and he also wrote a bunch of books. And so that's going to be one episode I'm going to be having on the show. So, but there's a lot of individuals that we're going to be interviewing and bringing on and giving out a lot of good information. But there's a lot of people who don't know Homeland Heroes Foundation. If you're a veteran, doesn't matter combat or non-combat, if you need help, they have a lot of stuff that they are able to help veterans, with down from furnishing apartments, houses, if you need it, as well as providing gift cards for grocery stores, fuel cards. So
I got
those are the
the link up there for the folks so they can check out that page.
yeah, check it out. I mean, I can't tell you it's an absolutely amazing, and a lot of us veterans, we don't want to admit it, or even ask for help, but these things are out there. Um,
That was one of the questions I had on an application I was filling out last night, and it was like, what's one of the biggest things as a leader that you found that you struggled with, and how did you overcome it? And the thing that for me was actually being able to let down my guard, take away my foolish pride, and actually ask for the help that I needed. And because it is tough, because we are built into you, and repetition over and over and over. Don't do this. You don't need this. You don't want to be weak. You want to be strong, and like it's and you don't realize that like to actually to take a step back and ask for that help is is showing strength, is showing that your ability to adapt to your situation, and know that you've gone outside of your means of what you're safe with, and
oh,
it's
absolutely,
great to have these organizations out there that are willing to assist in those times.
and and absolutely, and we got to take it as a not that we're broken or something that we're not doing. We're not able. I mean, it's as a veteran, you take it and you look at it and say, really, there's people that are a lot harder, or a lot more in need of things, but again, these organizations do have the ability to help anybody with anything. It could be just bridging a gap and be able to get you in contact with, say, a contractor that can help you build a ramp. Don't think you can't ask for help on these things. Feel free to ask for it, because again, that's why they're out here for us. It's not that you need to think down on yourself that, oh, I shouldn't ask for that, or I should not put the request in. They're there for you. And Julie Weymouth, who was one of the founders, she says it all the time. It's don't just feel down that you're asking for help. Just know that we're here for you if you need something. It doesn't matter how small or how big it is. If we can't do it, we may be able to put you in contact with someone who can help you with it. And she's been amazing.
And now, do they serve? Is it just New Hampshire, or do they do Massachusetts as well?
They do it all, because I had a buddy of mine who I spoke to. I ended up meeting the guy through my organization that I started or took over, Track Day for Veterans. He's up in Maine, and when I say up in Maine, up towards Bangor, Maine. He needed some help with getting a bedding and stuff, a bed, because he was sleeping on the floor. And I'm like, dude, I can get you help with this if you don't mind. And he says, no, absolutely. He says, I've been sleeping on the floor for almost a year and a half. I'm like, Jesus, man. I wish I knew you earlier. And got him in contact, and Julie, he came down. Julie hooked him up with a full bed, the whole kit and caboodle, sheets, everything.
That's awesome.
Yeah, and these are not just used beds. These are all brand new beds, mattresses. So some of their stuff they have in the warehouses are all brand new stuff. So
Stephen chimes in and kind of echoes that sentiment, Doug. So thanks, Stephen. So what's going on next for FUBAR this year?
So what's going on this year is we're going to be doing a lot more stuff with veterans. We're going bigger with our track day for veterans. We are doing a lot of stuff right now behind the scenes for the track day for veterans, because now we're doing we have like 6 or 7 race teams that we are working with. So let alone just Pro 4 modified race cars, we are now we're all now with NASCAR Truck Series, three trucks. So, and they go all through the United States. So, we're only going to deal with just the New England stuff, going down to like New Jersey, New York, Pennsylvania. But hopefully I want to see it grow. And just now with just this stuff, it's just going to be growing here in New England and helping more vets to get out and be able to socialize with people and hopefully help them with, maybe not so they realize they don't need to just isolate themselves. And
Now, for someone like me that's never seen the information on track day for vets, can you break it down a little bit?
Yeah. So really, what it comes down to, and where you can find this information. One, you can go to my Facebook page. It's all It's all in there, as well as it has its own website now. I just am working on it, which is trackdayforvets.com. But what it really boils down to is really we get veterans that through different organizations. It could be the Guardians of the Purple Heart, it could be Rolling Thunder, it could be the Infidels at Motorcycle Club. Whatever it is, we get veterans in, and then what we do is those veterans that want to participate, we will then bring them to races. We will bring them there so they don't have to pay for any fuel, anything like that, and we will get them home. But they get their pit passes paid for through the nonprofit organization with FUBAR Studios. We also get them, they get swag from us at FUBAR Studios. They get swag through the race teams, as well as they get, if there's a grand marshal for the race, they will get that. If they're the pick to be the grand marshal, they will get swag from them as well. They will have all access to the pit crews, as well as the driver and all that. They'll be able to listen to the headset as the drivers are racing, and be able to hear what the race teams are talking about as they're driving.
That's pretty cool.
Wow.
Absolutely. And we will also get you into the race car itself to take a few photos. And it provides all the food too. Doesn't provide any alcohol, which we if you're going to be in the pits, we tell everybody there's no alcohol allowed. But it's an absolutely amazing. It's absolutely phenomenal. Everybody that I have taken so far, I've taken a Gold Star family member, I've taken veterans, they've all had I would say an absolutely amazing time, because they all did not want to leave when it was all done and over with. Which I don't blame them. I don't blame them. But if people want to get into, say, a sprint car and drive it, or be in the passenger seat of it, I have that connection where I can get you into a sprint car at absolutely no cost.
Now, have you gone into it and experienced it? What was it like?
It's you absolutely a feeling of driving over 100+ miles on a racetrack. It's like
Wow.
the adrenaline rush. Like, you know what? I feel like I'm in the space shuttle taking off. It's that whole feeling, you know.
No, my
So
Very,
old
very
Ford
hands down.
Focus would only go about 102 before it got governed.
Yeah. No, these will go about 120.
I can't even imagine going that fast.
Uh, it's crazy, and you got to realize some of these race cars, these the Pro 4 modifieds, when they're going that fast, they're only
Mhm.
going between two gears, first and second. You know, they're not going third, fourth, fifth. You know, but the sprint car ones, yeah, they're a little different. You know,
Now you're saying there's trucks out there too?
yes, there are trucks that we have, which one is from South Boston, which is Junior. I don't remember. I can't remember his last name, but his name's Junior, and he runs truck number 28 or 29.
Mhm.
And then the other one is from, I want to say he's from Bridgewater, but I could be wrong. That may be where one of his trucks are stored, because he does have two, and that's um, one reason why we have technically three trucks, but one doesn't get used all the time. So, and that one I
Now,
think is like 70 something.
now the races, like, are they like, is it a local circuit series, or like, do they go all across the U.S.?
The trucks go all across the U.S.
Mm-hmm.
Some of the Pro 4 modifieds do go more to stay in New England because they're part of a series which is MRS, which is the Modified Racing Series for New England, or I believe it's East Coast or something like that. But some of them do, like the one of the teams that I've worked with um, directly, the first one, which was Derek Roby with DDR Motorsports. He goes into Pennsylvania and stuff like that, and he does indoor tracks too with his mini that he has. So, but some of them go up to Michigan. Some go down into New Smyrna Beach, Florida. So, you know, but the trucks, they go everywhere. They go everywhere. But we're only going to be covering just Pennsylvania, New York, New Jersey, you know, that area, and then New Hampshire and Mass. So, and Maine.
Well, that's awesome.
But
Do you guys like? Is there a way that we can promote that when you guys doing events and things like that, or is
absolutely,
there?
absolutely, I can. We're working on a new press release for this year for 2024. But everything, for everything pointing it, it's going to be the Track Day for Vets website, or my website, which is fubarstudio.com. And it has a link there as well. And any one of the social medias, Track Day for Vets social media, Facebook page, or
Mm-hmm.
my Fubar Studios Facebook page, either one of those two, you can send messages, and it will get to myself as well as the other people that are helping out with organizing it now. Because now it's not just me now. There's more. So
Excellent. It's always good to have a helping hand.
absolutely, and everybody that with this whole thing again, it's as it being a nonprofit, we are trying to let everybody know that the proceeds that come in from the shirts and stuff like that, we are taking them and getting the veterans into these things, and hopefully with proceeds going forward, we want to be able to take it as how we're doing it now, with the board, we're going to be meeting on this more to be able to take those proceeds, split it, and use some of it for the events to taking them to, so it gets paid. But also we want to be able to take the other half of that proceeds, and take it and use it for the veterans and donate some of the proceeds to them, each one of them that we have, which, looking at the race cars and the teams, it's looking at like, I think 30 veterans is what we were trying to do this year, and be able to divvy up the proceeds from that. So
yeah. Any way that we can, help promote or share it, just let us know, and always be willing to throw it up on the Hellfish Haven page or the group.
No, absolutely, and I appreciate it. And again, like I even said for this, I appreciate you guys having me on, because this, again, I've known Travis now. I think the first time I met you was helping you guys move Sarah out of her condo or apartment down in Dartmouth.
I think so. Yeah.
After I just worked until like 3-4 in the morning of plowing.
That was a day. That was a day.
So are we getting a lot of snow this weekend?
Supposedly that's what it looks like. As now that I'm working for MassDOT, now the way they're projecting it, we're going to be starting at like Saturday, like at 8 p.m. and we're going to be going until like Monday afternoon, Monday evening.
Ooh.
So, and then do it all back over Tuesday. I think it's Tuesday or Wednesday. So, yeah, they're projecting they're saying over 6 inches, but I'm gonna say it's gonna probably be not as much as a foot. I wouldn't say it's gonna be anything over a foot, because the ground's still too warm.
Yeah.
Yeah. But,
well, I've got to drop gentlemen and get ready for Oscar Mike Rito 8 o'clock. But Doug, you can stay on and wrap with Michael. But man, good seeing you. All the
good
best
seeing you as well.
in what you're doing. And got Keith Hayes Sinister One checking in.
Yeah, I saw the message on that.
So very cool, very cool. So,
all right, Travis, we will catch you in about 15 minutes for Oscar Mike.
Yeah, man.
Who you got on this evening again?
I got Faye Simon, who's the editor-in-chief of Exceptional Parent magazine. So she's doing a lot for veterans, and it's going to be great telling her story. So
nice.
Good seeing you all, and we'll see you in a couple minutes.
Sounds
Absolutely.
great. See you soon, Travis.
All right, man.
So, there he is again.
Checking in twice, giving us the double views. Love it.
My dog is actually upstairs. I actually shut the door down here. I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna shut the door. My dog, mine would be over here right now, just jumping almost on his hind legs.
He hears me talking, and he's trying to figure out who I'm talking to. Is what he's trying to do. He's like, you're thinking like he's like, are you upset? And he's like, are you talking to yourself because you're angry? Do you need some love?
You need some kisses? Let me kiss you. That's how it is. And I'm so thankful. I got my dog, and his name is Patch, and he's a beagle. And since we've had him, it's been an absolutely a joy to have him. He's just perfect. He gets under he's a beagle / dachshund hound, so he sleeps under the blankets with us. So he has to sleep under the blankets.
We thought that at first, we were like, Jose's gonna sleep on his bed. We bought him a nice $60 bed, and we're like, he's definitely not gonna sleep in the bed with us. 3 days. Yep. 3 days he made it before he was, we were making the bed, and he jumped up on the sheets, and we were like, all right, it's okay. And now, of course, it's me, the wife, the dog, and the baby, and it's like, now there's like normal times it's like we're in a little corner, and the dog's all spread out, the baby's all spread out, and it's like, it's a king size bed. What the hell?
I feel you on that, because that's what it is with me. I kid you not. The dog is on there. My 6-year-old is on the bed. It's me and my wife, and we have maybe 3 inches each her and I combined for both of us.
Yep.
It's like crazy. It's like my son, he sleeps with his arms wide open, you know, then has his leg up in the air, like almost like he's trying to cross it, like being a gentleman, you know. And then you got the dog who just lounges right out and sleeps with his hind legs up in the air, and it's like, holy cow, come on, can I get a little bit of cover? No,
Yep.
no,
I got
okay,
Jose through Operation Delta Dog in Hollis, New
yeah,
Hampshire.
yeah, yeah. I
They're
actually know. I've been trying to get them on my podcast. I was talking. I got a message after I sent one in. And they're like, "Yeah, reach out to Charlotte. Um, she's like the person to talk to." But I know I've been trying to reach her, and it's been the holidays, Thanksgiving, then Christmas, now New Year's.
yeah.
So
And they also just had one of their staff just turned over. So
okay.
one of the staff members left. So they just had a new hire. So it may be another week or two before they're in the roll of things and they're able to get back.
I wonder if that was Charlotte, because
No,
it was
Nona.
Nona. I
Yeah,
haven't.
she was the Veterans Outreach Coordinator.
Okay, yeah, I haven't. I didn't. I don't remember that. I don't remember that name. I know I worked with, I think, Jason from ClearPath.
Yep.
He got busy. Bunch of stuff added on to him, which I'm waiting for him to hook me up with someone else to help to coordinate an interview with them on my podcast. You know, now working with Julie Weymouth with the Homeland Heroes Foundation, doing the podcast for them.
How often is
Co-hosting
that
it with
one?
3 other people. That's every week. And Dairy Cam was doing it, but it was a 6-month turnaround for an episode. So you had to have a lot of them booked up and done, where now I'm doing all of it with Keith. So,
Yep.
you know, Keith has all the stuff, and hands down amazing. So
Yeah, I tried to buy some stuff on Amazon to like try to be a little more professional with our appearance, and
yeah,
every single item broke. No lie, like from the switch to have extra USB ports on the Surface tablet that I use, the microphone, the camera, every single item was broken within 30 days, and it's just
I believe it.
I'm just looking at and like seeing more and more people posting online and reviews on YouTube saying that everything on Amazon is just built to fail now. Like they're just cheapest stuff out there, and they put it up at the top, and people aren't willing to scroll down to find the actual stuff that's good.
Yep. No, it is, because what it is, it's the ones that are cheaper to have on there to sell. They have them at the top. The one
I think we got you muted.
Did I get muted? Did I get? I don't know if did I get muted? Let's see. Can you hear me?